What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I do have a new song out called Don't Forget About Me, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. Okay, guys, let's talk about survival mode and how this impacts Conclave Arcana. Now, I know the Conclave Arcana presale just went live. I'm not necessarily talking about the presale, although obviously this does extend to the presale and any kind of hype that does happen there. But just in general, I'm looking at the impact that Conclave Arcana has on, that survival mode has on Conclave Arcana in a way that we did not have this kind of impact on Rebellion. Now, what I'm trying to get at here is when you go back to Rebellion, and again, keep in mind Rebellion did come out at a different time. The market was not as bullish as it is now, and I know the market, crypto market in general is kind of down, but just, in general, things were still a little dicey. But when you think about the temperament that people had, right? The expectations that they had, the anxiety and the uncertainty of the future for both the game and the company, right? There was a lot of folks that probably looked at Rebellion and sure, they went in heavy and they got rewarded for it in certain ways, but there were certain elements that did not incentivize them in the way that they could have fully. So what am I trying to get at? You had a lot of folks that maybe were chasing the legendary summoners, right? So they were trying to get a top 6 spot. Maybe they were trying to get a title. Maybe they were just trying to get the, what's that called? Just the promo cards. But what we didn't have at that time was survival mode. And so all of these extra packs or cards that people ended up with, sure, you could rent them out, but if you wanted to put them on a wagon in order to get the airdrops, then they kind of stopped having value for you. Well, that changes now very fundamentally with survival mode because you can now put all of your extra cards to work for you. So what does this mean? Okay, for all the people out there that are chasing, a certain number of packs, whatever it is, or more specifically, just the mentality of, you know what, instead of just buying the total packs that I need, maybe it's like 3,300 packs to max out a set, I'm just going to buy all the packs that I can. And I'm going to open up a bunch and I'm going to have a bunch of extra cards. Maybe I'll sell them. But also, I don't have to sell them or rent them out if I don't want to. Mainly because then you don't get the airdrop points, right? I can just throw them into survival mode and have this extra place, this extra game mode where they can be of service. They can have utility, right? And in a way, land can kind of provide that too. I think you still get the... Actually, no, I don't know if you'd be able to get those same benefits on land. So survival mode really is unique in this way, in a way that we did not have for Rebellion. Now, will that translate to many more packs getting sold, many more packs potentially getting opened than what we had previously? I don't know. That all depends, right? And obviously the other side of this too, that's not related to survival mode, but just like the mechanics of Conclave Arcana is the chasing of the black foil and arcane cards, right? Golden black foil arcanes. So it's not just, okay, I'm going to buy a bunch of extra packs and I can either sit on them or, choose to open them and have all these extra cards. You have many people that will be going in and trying to open up extra packs chasing these black foils and any of the arcane cards, especially as we go further and further along. So again, this is what I'm trying to get at here. I don't know what the full appetite will be. Obviously, we've had an initial surge of demand that came in, maybe between like 10 to 15% of the pre-sale packs went within the first couple of hours. Now it's slowing down, and we'll see, if the rest of the community, the rest of the world, once they wake up, will start to chip in and start buying. But what this does offer is an opportunity for people that want to park capital in Conclave Arcana cards, right? Maybe not packs specifically, but in cards, or packs for the future, right? With the potential to open them up for black foils and arcane cards as we get later along. All of that adds an extra incentive through survival mode, and to me, I do think that's actually quite a big game changer. I don't know how much we can quantify. I don't know how much of an impact it'll make, but I do think it's non-zero, right? There are going to be folks that are large players, large asset holders in the game that are going to buy probably more packs than they actually need, as opposed to like what they did with Rebellion, where they just bought whatever deck that they needed and then kept the rest in packs, right? And even then, maybe they tried to cycle the packs through and buy more cards. Well, now they don't even really need to do that. I mean, yes, maybe if they're trying to cycle packs for leaderboard, but just in terms of the general like length of Conclave Arcana, going through the entire thing, they can get double benefits from opening packs and having these extra cards. And so therefore, chasing chasing black foils, chasing arcane cards will become a thing, because it's just like, you know what, that's fine. Let me open up another pack. If I get something, I'll just combine the cards, or I'll throw them onto the wagons and survival mode, and they will add value for me there. Maybe it's not easily tangible or easily to calculate, or easy to calculate, but it's just like, you can throw them to the pit, right? You could throw them to the fighting pits, and they will provide some kind of value there, especially if they're new, especially if they become meta, and especially if there's power creep, which I think everybody's kind of expecting with each new set, Conclave Arcana included. So I think that this is definitely going to be something to watch as we go along, but we're still in very early days with the presale, and obviously very early days with Conclave Arcana in general. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That is all I have for you guys in this video. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.